Good morning, everybody. I'm going to get right to it. Today's standard is Standard 6, Assessment Uses. If you watched the previous video, then you are already halfway there. This video will probably be relatively short because if you're intentional about choosing your assessments, then this standard is going to come naturally to you. Let me read the standard. The teacher systematically and consistently gathers, analyzes, and uses relevant data to measure student progress, to inform instructional content and delivery methods, and to provide timely and constructive feedback to both parents and students. Before you ever get started teaching, you got to know two things. You got to know what the student needs, and you got to know if they got it. This standard deals with really both of those things. We give diagnostic tests or assessments at the beginning of every year, or at the beginning of every unit, or at the beginning of every week, and we decide what each one of our students needs. We're given standards, so we know that, so we're already given some of those needs as well, and then we have to form our instruction to match the needs of our students. So we use all of those assessments. And if you're doing that, then you've got this standard under control. The second thing is we have to know whether they got it. And that's giving the assessment. But along the way, we talked about formative assessments yesterday. And we talked about having assessments along the way so that you would know. Well, once you give those assessments along the way, then how does that change your instruction, whether students know it or don't know it? So those things are important when you're talking about this standard. Are you using the data to guide your instruction? So when I assess this standard for you guys, or when I go into the classroom, some of the things I look for are, do the students know their own data? Do the students know their goals? Do the students know the expectations? Do the students know the objectives? Are they involved with, what's going on in the classroom? Also look through your data notebooks. I can tell if a data notebook is used or if it's just a place where you're putting material and it's collecting dust. I look through lesson plans to see if the groups are fluid, to see how groups are changing, to see if students are coming in and out of groups based on the assessments that you're given. Also look through lesson plans to see how the objectives are changing over time, especially small group objectives and those kinds of things. You guys already know how I feel about RTI. I think RTI is a good way to look at this standard. It's data uses. What RTI is asking you to do for each child in that process, this standard is asking you to do for your whole class. So if you can use the data to guide your instruction, then you have this standard down pat. Thanks, and have a great day.